Hello, welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name is Wendy Wing. I'm doing a daily psychic tarot reading, tuning into the day's energies, seeing what divine messages come through, any news we can use. So let's get started. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. If you would like a reading where I tune into your specific energies, you are welcome to schedule an appointment with me. The link to schedule an appointment is in the description box below. So, all right, let's dig in. In the past, we've got this Ace of Cups. I'm getting self-love, finding that fountain of love within, an opportunity of love from spirit to find, to investigate, to explore, to search for that internal fountain of love. So learning how to love yourself, love all of yourself. So not just the shiny parts, but the messy and complicated and intense, or whatever parts of you that you try to distance yourself from. This isn't just, I love myself. This is deep work, learning how to love those aspects of yourself that you have deemed unlovable. Wow. So it looks like this opportunity to find love within your own internal fountain, looking for your own energy source. It looks like in the collective, like that's what's happening for, I want to say everyone. It looks like it's in the energy, it's in the air, it's in the ethers, this shift, this change of finding and pulling your energy from others to finding that resource within. And until you can find that inner resource, it's kind of like you're limited what you can manifest in the 3D. It's like it's creating all sorts of blocks, this shift. So it for those who have been depleting the energy of others, those who have been gosh, I don't want to, but leeching some, and think about it, there's so many different ways you can use other people for finances. You can deplete and use them for their own energy, their emotional energy. You can use people in relationships. It feels like it's so broad. It's in every instance. If you have been depending on others and not reciprocating and not giving back, draining others and their energy, then it looks like they're blocked. We're blocked. I'm blocked whenever I'm doing that as well. Whenever I'm trying to pull off of someone else's energy or ride a coattail, that type of energy. I think you get it. Feels like a very important shift. Yeah, so those who continue to not do the work, and they leech off of others' energies. I feel like more and more people are realizing these dissatisfying connections, these connections that they're giving more than receiving, and it feels like an instant, like, no, I'm out of here. I can't. I feel like it's not even like, gosh, I feel like there's yeah, I recognize this. I'm done with this type of energy, and I'm out of here. Yeah, you're right now. It looks like the most important thing, well, this is in the past, but I feel like this is what you've been building on, is finding stability, true stability, not dependent or codependent on others to find that stability for themselves. It's finding it for themselves. I think also what I'm getting is there are people that you're feeling more comfortable with on a soul level. I feel like when you're meeting people, because you've expanded, you can tell when, people can meet you only to the level that they've met themselves. And so it feels like in the past, there was this expansion, and I feel like it's easier to walk away. Like I can't communicate, I can't connect, because you're only willing to meet me because you've only met yourself, like in this very shallow space. And I can't communicate with you. I don't feel there's trust. It's like that. It doesn't feel like you're making these people that you're separating, or person that you're separating from, bad or monsters. It's just, hey, this is not a good fit. Was it a good fit a couple months ago? Maybe much better fit, but now it's just not a fit, and you've got to go. All right, in the current energies, we've got the Queen of Wands. I like this too, because the Queen of Wands has the black cat here because she puts the black cat out in front because she's okay with her shadow side. She's accepted it, that darkness within, and she learns how to utilize it, how to control it. It doesn't control her. Very charismatic, very capable of creating. Ooh, this energy is very alluring, very seductive, like it's attracting. That's what it is. This energy is very attractive. It's like what I really like about what I'm tuning into is this energy is just going about, the Queen of Wands is just going about her business, doing her day-to-day, chopping wood, carrying water, just doing what she does. And the focus on herself and self-care, and there's all these energies, like everybody is also attracted to someone who's taking care of themselves. That's interesting, huh? There's something about how she is just focused on just lightness and peace and taking care of herself and nurturing and just in her environment. And she's getting a lot of attention. Wow, Queen of Cups upright right next to her. Let's tune into this Queen of Cups energy. I feel like that's the Queen of Wands in that beautiful self-healing energy is attracting this Queen of Hearts energy. Oh, this is wait, whoever this Queen of Cups energy is, they're very light, very bright. They have an etherical component to them. They're very loving and joyful. Wow. So it looks like the Queen of Wands is attracting this very beautiful, bright light. So I wonder why these gals are coming together. Let's see. What do we need to know about this? Wow. It feels like a partnership, a friendship, someone who's very passionate and comfortable with themselves, very charismatic. And it's like you're meeting this Queen of Cups energy. It's just very light. It's just lightness. I'm not there. They just bring so much lightness, and it looks like they bring the energy of truth. They're, even though you might be like, is this person for real? Is this, feel like you, they're very honest, authentic. They're not just telling you what you want to hear. That's when you can tell someone is telling the truth, because someone who tells you the truth, their truth, and are honest with you, you're going to hear a mixed bag from them. You're not always going to hear what you want to hear. If you've got a friendship or a connection where you're hearing everything that you want to hear, it's not a miracle that you guys have everything in common. It's that they're not sharing, or maybe you don't feel like in the past that it's okay to say something that you're pretty sure that the person you're connected with is not going to want to hear this, but it's important to hear. It's important to express yourself, express your concerns, learn how to face those uncomfortable situations. Realize that, learning how to communicate clearly. Maybe you're learning new ways of communicating. And what's beautiful is it leads to the sun. This is so much happiness. This is the happiest card in the deck. This is a lot of joy. Wow. This connection is very healing. Temperance. I feel like whoever this Queen of Wands and Queen of Cups energies are, and remember, it doesn't have to be two female gender. It's not about gender. It's about the energies. This could be two non-binary people, two men, two women, a man and a woman and a man, non-binary, and it's any combination. So we're not talking about gender, we're talking about the energies. So this, whoever this is, the Queen of Hearts, this is someone who can nurture back. I feel like this is a very healing connection. This helps bring the balance, alchemical, helping both of you release whatever no longer serves you, turning those denser energies into what you can use, what they can use, into something beautiful, into something magical. There's something about this connection. It feels like it feels like a divine, it feels like divine timing. Feels like those who've been on this search are now meeting up with someone who can bring some freaking joy, have some fun, have some ease, lighten up, be able to help nurture each other, and you get to be yourself. There's no masking. You get to be yourself. This is someone doing the work. It feels like both these people are doing the work. And so there's a lot that this will, it feels like a healing connection, but it doesn't feel like healing, like the dark. I mean, it's a lot of healing, but it's fun and effortless, relatively. So I'm liking that. Right. In the center of your reading is the Knight of Wands in reverse. So this is letting go of that player type of energy, someone who's, it looks like you're releasing energies that are non-committal, that come in and out of your experience whenever they need a little cup of your energy, and then they're off. It doesn't feel like reciprocity. Feels like you might get some attention. There might be promises of like, oh, this is so great, and then they're gone. Or they're not quite sure, or they're just, so this is that in and out energy, that non-committal energy, that player. And this could be in any aspect of your life. This could be family, work, friendship, romance, that type of it's a type of energy that can be in any of those type of connections. A lack of loyalty. I think you're realizing that your worth and value, and you're not going to try to convince someone of your worth and value. If they don't see your worth and value and they show you how they're treating you by, I feel like you're, instead of listening to words, you're listening to your intuition and watching how people treat you to decide. I think it's, what I'm getting here is that it's a lot easier these days to tell if a connection is a healthy one or unhealthy. Ooh, 2 cards came out. So you might have these type of energies not wanting to walk away from connection with you, not wanting to start anything new somewhere else. So you might have whoever you're in the process of releasing, it feels like they're still in your energy. They don't want to leave. Why don't they want to leave? They feel like they've started something with you that is not, they're not finished with you. They have plans that they but the thing is, no matter what this person's reasons for and not wanting to let go of your energy, I'm guessing that because there's a lack of reciprocation, a lack of loyalty, this person has been able to treat you pretty much any way they see fit. And they got a lot from it. And it looks like you cut them off, like they weren't done with your energy. They weren't done with you. They were still in process. But the thing is, like, you can't work with this energy anymore. You can't. They on the 3D level might be giving you pressure, like you know this and that, and I want, but your energy doesn't lie. Your energy is telling me that you're non-committal, you're not loyal. My name isn't safe on your lips when you're not around me. My energy isn't safe. You're not working with me. How it's just the truth. I feel like this person has been able to get away with, it kind of feels like, they might even on some level feel loving connections, their attraction, they're in it. And then, but they don't know how to communicate. Earlier, I was talking about communicating your truths, even if they're uncomfortable. This person does not communicate, knows how to tell you exactly what you want to hear. But if a difficulty arises, they can't communicate that. They don't have permission. They just keep communicating what you want to hear. So you can't keep going on and on and on, because we bump up against each other. Even the best connections bump up against each other, have difficulties, need to communicate boundaries and hurts. And real connections aren't void of difficulties. It's how you work through those difficulties when they arise. So this person pulls someone in. I feel like they honestly feel this amazing, they don't realize that they're kind of stuck in this toxic cycle. And so they're in this love bombing, kind of loving, and then things stay relatively in a space as this person is collecting resentments that they can't share with you, and they keep projecting these resentments on you that they're not communicating. So you don't know what's going on. You can sense on some level that something that they're pulling away, or there's some kind of tension, but you're like, well, I guess, we'll just keep going. They'll communicate if there's something big comes up, or they need to. So part of it is also like not wanting to see the truth of that there's something going on your part anyway. So then there's becomes so much resentment that's unspoken, that this person does not feel love in that connection because they just resent so much. But they might have some type of obligation with you, but they go out and they seek love and attention somewhere else because they're no longer finding that through your connection. They're love bombing that person. So you are still thinking you're in this healthy connection, and you're giving them energy whenever they need help or anything you're supporting, and you're not getting anything back because they're giving their energy to this new person. And so the cycle continues. So it's kind of this energy that I'm tuning into. It goes, that player energy is, it feels like a lot of this, at least the aspect of it that I'm tuning into today, is around communicating or not being able to communicate needs and wants, being too much of a pleaser and not feeling safe in connections, not creating safe connections where everybody can voice their concerns. Instead, creating connections where everybody has to be perfect, because there's a lot of unspoken resentment. So, all right, feeling really warm from that. Wondering if that sounds familiar, that type of connection. All right, your challenge right now is the Two of Pentacles. It does feel like you're making choices right now around your stability. Looks like you're really good at dealing with difficulties as they arise. Probably because you're being more honest about that. Well, this is a difficulty. This is a challenge. This is something that's got my attention, that I'm needs more attention and focus. I feel like you're realizing in a profound way that your peace, your authentic peace and stability is like more important than anything else. Like peace, and then what? Like you can't, any energies that try to come at you sideways, I just feel like you're like, yeah, Five of Swords in reverse. You're like, no more of that. Yeah, you're ending the cycle. You're no longer wanting, you're waiting for the rebirth. So you've ended a cycle with these type of energies, and you're just like, dude, let's have some fun. Let's wait for the birth. That was painful. This has been some painful lessons, but I feel like you're not in that victim mode. You're like, not, these people did this to me. I feel like you're like, that was painful. It came with some really great lessons and learning how to process this pain and moving forward. Yeah. And you're, I feel like there's this trust that you have in the universe. And it's really difficult to explain to others when you're following your intuition, the logic with it, but you're just not you're not holding on to anything that's toxic. I think you realize that, I might have some fears, and so holding on to someone or a situation that's toxic, at least I've got this thing. But I think you realize holding on to something toxic is not helpful. Wow. You've lost like really quickly, like it feels like whoever I'm communicating about in here, like the difficult connections, the player energy, you've lost all passion for this person. It's like you can't even fabricate it. You can't, if it's not there, it's not there. They tried to play you, and you're like, I just can't work with your energy. Because your energy is not working with me. We can pretend and act and say it is, and you'll try, but your energy is just not supporting me. It's not. Yeah, I feel like those are just the facts. I'm not making you out to be the bad person. It is what it is. So, wow, that's a reading. All right, I hope this was helpful. If this resonated, don't forget to give this video a like, comment, and let me know who this is. Is this a romantic partnership, friendship, business, family? Who is this? Do you recognize the two queens in the top row? And do you recognize the player energy that is being separated from? So curious to hear from all of you. So, all right, take care. Bye.